Hello, my friends. This is Colleen coming to you from Colleen's Craft Closet. And this is Stash Revival, which I do in collaboration with Melanie from A Creatively Crafted Life. And Stash Revival is all about using dies or stencils or stamps or mixed media or punches or any tool or paper or that you have collections that you have not used in your craft space and bringing them back to life, or if you haven't used them in a long time. So that's kind of the focus of Stash Revival. And this month I pulled out two items, this Bo Bunny Harmony stamp and this Kath Holden Vintage Floral Layered Stamp by Spellbinders. I think I had used this stamp once, just a long time ago, to make a card, just one card, but it's been a long time, and I only used it one time that I remember, pretty sure, and still don't know how to use and how I would use a lot of the bits. This layered stencil I have never used, and it was a challenge for me, and I just want to show you a little bit about how that works, because I didn't know much about layered stamps. First, you do the leafy layer, which is layer 1, and you make sure you line up the dots when you do the second and third part. And so the second part is the big floral components. And so you got to make sure that you use number 2 next and that your dots line up. And then number 3 is the smaller bits of the flowers, and make sure your dots line up and you're using number 3. So that was the layered stamp that I did. And I went to the Spellbinder site and I really took my inspiration for my cards from their example of what to do with this layered stencil. And first I did a monochromatic card, and I was just using, let's see, what were the colors? Gotta find it. Festive Berries was the darker color, and Kitsch Flamingo was my lighter color. And then I blended the leaves with Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn. And this was just, it's pretty, it's beautiful. I certainly will mail it out, but I wanted something a little more colorful, and so I used the inspiration from the Spellbinders website, and this is the card I came up with. And I still use Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn for the leaves and stems. I use Squeezed Lemonade and Carved Pumpkin for the yellow. Salty Ocean and Blue Sketch for the blue flower. For the purple flower, I use Shaded Lilac and Wilted Violet. And then for the pink and the little berries, I used Festive Berries and Kitsch Flamingo. And so this was a challenge for me. Here's another one. I made about 6 cards, and it took me some time to get them done, but this was something that I was learning to do, and to blend the colors and to use the layered stencils, and I'm very, very happy with what I came up with. The other thing I want to show you is this layout, and some of you might have seen it if you had looked at Cut File Craze, which is a video I did earlier this month. But my main focus in this video is to talk about this bird. And that bird came off of the stamp that I showed you earlier from Bo Bunny. And what I had to do in order to color it is I had to stamp it. And here you can see I stamped it and I cut out the center so I would have a mask. And so then I put my mask down and I stamped the bird, and then I colored it. The stamping was the dark brown. I colored it with light brown. I colored his beak. I put a little black pearl for the eye, and then I put this part back down, and I did the yellow belly. And that bird, I am so proud of that bird. It took me quite a bit of time to figure out and plan how to do that and to make it look a lot like the bird that you see on my teacup. This is my favorite teacup. I love this teacup. One of my birthdays, I think it was 2016, hubby and I were at Cracker Barrel, and I saw that cup and I fell in love with it, and it's still my favorite cup to drink tea out of. And this is my favorite all-time treat. It is a gluten-free orange and cranberry scone that my mom makes, and I love it more than any other type of treat. More than cookies, donuts, cakes. I love her scones, and I miss them. My mom passed away at the age of 83 in 2022. Yes. And so this I showed also in the cut file craze, because I did a cut file of the teacup, and so you can go there and hear more about that and other cut files that I use. So that's what I had to share with you today. My bird, which I'm very proud of, and I made about 6 or 7 of these colorful cards, and that is what I did for this month, which this will air on April 1st, which is my mom's birthday was April 1st. She was an April Fool baby. And by the time her birthday came around, there were 6 birthdays, starting in February 23rd, one of my sisters, March 1st, March 9th, my other sisters, mine is March 18th, and then my brother was March 31st, and my mom's was April Fool's Day. So can you imagine, we had cake almost every week when we celebrated our birthdays. And so my mom would love this flower card and the birds, because that was 2 things she really enjoyed. So I hope you like my video, and the link down below will be for Melanie's channel, A Creatively Crafted Life, and go see what she has done, because she makes phenomenal cards and layouts and is very prolific. And so I hope to see you again at the beginning of the month. Always on the 1st of the month is Stash Revival. So bye, my friends.